Hi, everybody. This is Jerry Garrettson, Tabia Law. Today, I want to talk about the public charge and briefly go over filling out the I-64 form. Before I do that, let's go ahead and read this. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. So, public charge in immigration law refers to the beneficiary, the immigrant, the party, the non-citizen coming over to America to immigrate, not on a visa, not on business visa or any of those, because that they're not coming here permanently. They're just coming here for a short time they don't look to become a U.S. citizen or even to get their green card. They're not looking to immigrate. They're looking just to be here for purposes other than to be here, to live here for the rest of time. They're here just to do a job or to go to school or something like that. So the public charge wasn't applied to those non-immigrant visas. But for immigrants, for people looking to get their green card, their legal permanent residence, or their citizenship, then the government is looking at, again, if this particular person is going to contribute to our society or not, or be a burden on our society. And of course, the government, our country, the policy, which is most countries' policies, is to bring immigrants, bring people into their country that's going to help and benefit the country, not hurt or burden the country. So public charge refers to a person's ability to financially support themselves. And if you have an immigrant coming to this country that can't financially support themselves, then it'd be up to the government to support them via welfare or some other means. And thus, there are policies in place, rules in place that a person that, that's what the I-64 is all about. It's to make sure that this person coming in to the country can support themselves, right? Initially, they need to have somebody support them because they can't, without a green card or without a citizenship, they can't work here, right? Unless they have a non-immigrant visa. But so the idea with the I-64 is that we are verifying, making sure that not the beneficiary, not the person coming over, but somebody will sponsor them until they can support themselves. And that sponsor needs to be financially viable themselves to support the person coming over. And so you got the I-864, that the party that is sponsoring the immigrant, the person coming over, has enough money, can in fact support the person coming over. So the idea is that if the immigrant is granted a green card and they come over, where are they going to live? Who's going to support them? So the government wants to know that so that they don't have to do it. So the government's not charged with supporting the immigrant that just came over. So they want to know who's going to do that. Generally, it's the husband if it's a family-based. And so they fill out the the I-864. They're showing tax records. They're showing that they have the financial wherewithal to support this immigrant coming over. Now, if they don't, then they're going to have to find somebody else. And that's where the I-864A comes in. That would be a non-family member, not a person that's not part of the household, that's not living with the beneficiary when they come over. It could be like a rich uncle that doesn't live with a family. They'd fill out the I-864A to say, hey, I am sponsoring this immigrant coming over, and I will. And so, what the government will look at their credentials or look at their ability to support them. So let's just say you have a family of 6. Let's just say you have the husband is a sponsor. He's here, bringing a wife over and 4 kids. So you got 6 people total in that household. Look at the federal poverty line, which I think for that amounts around $35,000. So the sponsor needs to be making at least $35K. Now, the more the better. If they're making $100K, then the government looks at the application and says, oh, no problem. They're going to be able to, they have more than enough to support them. So we don't have to worry about this immigrant becoming a public charge, becoming a burden on this country where we have to support them now. But if it's close, now if it's not enough, let's just say the husband, which is traditional, the husband say, okay, I'll be the sponsor. I'll fill out the I-864 because I am going to be living with the immigrant. I'll be part of the family unit there. And but if he doesn't qualify, let's just say he comes below that, he only makes $30,000 a year, then he's going to have to get, or the beneficiary will have to get another sponsor. So you can tack them together. So you got the husband that's one, he makes $30K. You get a rich uncle that is outside of the household. He's not a household member, right? The household member lives in Los Angeles. The rich uncle lives in Arizona. So the rich uncle who makes $100,000 a year, he'll fill out the I-864A, and with his $100,000 and the husband's $30,000, then they have more than enough. They're good. They can go. Now, technically, if both the husband, right? Let's just say the rich uncle loses his job. Same with the husband, and so now they can't support the immigrant. Well, then technically the immigrant can get deported before the government. Now, generally that never happens. The government generally just supports them, but we're talking after effect. Before that, we're talking right now at the initial stage of doing the applications. The government wants to see how this immigrant's going to be supported. All right, I think that's enough for today. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.